Hello, divine feminine creative beings. Today, I want to dive into the topic of intention, prayer, and ceremony, and how they're all collectively working together to bring about our meaningful visions to manifest, to materialize, to crystallize on this earth plane in this lifetime, because your life should be a celebration of creation. So let's dive in. So the first step is intention. And intention is a wholehearted choice. And there's endless possibilities in the quantum field of who it is that you could be, who it is that you are actually, and then what it is that you're wanting to bring or materialize or crystallize into this physical realm, right? For a higher purpose. It's called a meaningful vision. That's what we talk about in Temple of Creatrix, which is a 2-day workshop that I'll be hosting, and I'll tell you more about that later. Intention is a wholehearted choice. So it's a wholehearted choice to imagine the best, highest, deepest possibility and choose that wholeheartedly. And before we do that, we have to gather up all of our life force, gather up all of our awareness. That's how we create a strong intention. Without that, then your intention is weak. And then we highlight the choice within our mind's eye of what we want to bring into the physical, our vision. We highlight this in a meditative state. And from there, we send out the prayer. The prayer is like a code to universal law, to the laws of creation. And this prayer code, you can say, the word prayer, actually, if you think about the word prayer, it's kind of like a loaded word, right? Because it implies begging. But really, it's not about begging. We have to kind of redefine, I would say, that word prayer. Prayer is it's about thanking universal law, divine love, God, the Most High, the Creator, for this vision to be manifested in the here and now. So it's a thankful frequency attached to the prayer rather than begging, because a lot of times, at least in my programming, prayer for me before my awakening was all about like begging, like, please God. And I only did it when I needed something. But really what we're doing is we're highlighting that possibility and thanking the Creator, thanking divine love for it to even exist as if it already happened. It can turn into begging, I think, when we don't take action towards it, because if we're not utilizing our body in the physical to actually move towards that, then it's just begging, right? So we have to meet God halfway, so to speak. So we send out the prayer, right? So we highlight the possibility that feels good to us through intention, choosing it. Then we send out the prayer and then feeling into that possibility through ceremony, which is the piece that I think a lot of manifestation and mindset coaches miss, is getting the body involved, right? And the body is linked to the subconscious, and the subconscious is linked to your feminine energy. And so as we know, the feminine energy within us, the subconscious, is 95% responsible for our reality. And so just thinking a prayer is not enough. That's only 10%. You're only using 10% of your voltage. Like when you have your body involved and your subconscious involved and your emotions involved and you're acting it out through ceremony, your intention, your prayer, and you're getting your body involved and your emotions, and you're expressing it, you're amping up your intention 95%. You could think of it like that, right? And we know like the stronger our signal, the better, clearer results in the physical, right? So it's like a beautiful collective energy. It's not like one, it's not compartmentalized. It's one in Temple of Creatrix. And I help guide the women that I work with through this beautiful process of tending our inner gardens. And you can think of the intention like a seed, and you could think of the prayer as like the relationship to that seed, to that intention. And so when we plant the seed within our bodies, right, through ceremony, and we express the code, we send out the frequency, we thank universal law for allowing it to even exist and for it to be a possibility within our mind's eye. And then we start receiving downloads. That's like the relationship, right? You're the gardener and the seed is the vision. The seed will tell you what it needs. Like when you look at it, You're like, oh, okay, it needs water. Oh, okay, maybe it needs more sun. Oh, okay, we need to trim it. And so there's a relationship and a dialogue that opens up. And then you take action in the physical towards that. But in ceremony, we are using our body to come along the journey, because our mind is only one piece of the puzzle. The body needs to get involved. That's why it's called embodiment work. Embodiment. It's like the body and the mind come together. That's when your heart and your mind come together, right? And we're acting it out in the now. So it becomes married within our nervous system, within our fascia. And we collapse timelines to feel what it feels like in the now. And then that unlocks like a code within the universe to get more downloads onto what to do next. And then we take aligned action outside of ceremony in the physical, because our seed begins to speak to us, if that makes sense. So I think now is a time that we are no longer interested in just like taking in information through the mental mind. Like, we as divine feminine creative beings need experience. We need gnosis. We need direct wisdom, right? And in the book of Solomon, it talks about how wisdom is more precious than gold, than jewelry, than money, than jewels. Right? And you're not going to get wisdom unless you experience something for yourself. And I think a lot of people are very tired of just scrolling and feeling good in the moment. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, that's clear. I get that mentally. But really, your body's just sitting there and just going like this. And your mind, it's like mental masturbation. Your mind is like, yeah, that's great. I love these tips, these hacks, these trips, these trends. But really, your body's only doing this. So you're not actually transforming. You're not actually becoming someone new, which is what's needed in order to create your vision. So I'm encouraging you to take a detox from social media and to jump into a container, whoever you feel is right for you, but jump into a program, a container, because that's going to expand you to do something different. It's going to expand you to think different. It's going to expand your body to break certain habits of being your old self. Just when you take that step to say yes to a new experience, you open up a world of possibilities and you free up a lot of energy, because our fascia and our nervous system holds on to our identity, even in our posture. And so when you're doing embodiment work, you're opening up these worlds of possibilities within you, because you have an inner cosmos. Like, we think of outer space, well, there's an inner outer space. And that's the realm of the feminine, where we tap into divine imagination, inspiration. We tend to seed there. Like, there's a whole entire endless world deep inside, and it keeps going. Like, that's so amazing. And that's why the beast system, the patriarchal system, wants to keep us constantly externally referenced. Why do you think that in the Bible it talks about the kingdom of heaven is within? And why do you think that the beast system, the patriarchal system, those that are in, abusive powers of position, want to keep us constantly looking outside of ourselves in the phone, searching for validation, searching for love, for beauty, for everything outside of us, because they're trying to distract you from the power, the kingdom of heaven within, which is where you can create, which is where you can tend your inner garden, which is where you can tap into these different realities and bring about your meaningful vision to manifest, to crystallize, to materialize on this earth plane. The last thing the demiurge wants is for us divine beings to wake up and realize, oh my God, we're creators. Oh my gosh, we're made in the image of the creator. Like, we can create things. No, they want us to consume. That is why there is literally a war on your consciousness. There's a war on your energy and your intention, because it is so powerful to go within. And we are tired of just receiving information through the mind. We need to get into experience. We need to get into direct gnosis, and we need to express these ideas through our bodies. right? And then we get divine revelation, divine wisdom. We come up with our own revelations through these processes. And that's when you activate creator mode and you're like, holy moly, like it's all within. It's always been here within, but I was distracted. So now is the time to jump into a container, to expand yourself, to dive deep, to get guided, to learn the laws of creation, and specifically the feminine laws of creation. And then from there, there's something that's going to awaken within you that is so magical, so beautiful, and you are in full sovereignty of what it is that you want to create in your sector of reality, in your environment, right? And you become the living embodiment of your vision. It's really about bringing your intention, bringing your prayer, and placing it inside of your nervous system through acting it out as if you've already had it, right? If you think about people who do like magic rituals and things like that, everyone's there for an intention. Everyone is sending out prayers by thinking, by blessing the space, right, with all of their energy and all of their collective intention, and then they act it out symbolically, because that's the language of the heart. The language of the heart is symbology. So I want us to think about intention, prayer, and ceremony as one collective experience, right? When we go into practice, and in practice, we refine, how to actually choose our intention, how to actually send out a clear code, a clear prayer, right? And how to create a ceremony that really allows our body to feel as if it is in the now. So you're collapsing timelines by becoming that version that you set your intention to in the physical here and now, right? So it's an experiential process. It's not just thinking or speaking or saying. I mean, we use these also during ceremony because they're very powerful. Like what you speak, what you say, what you think, what you feel, all is a collective energy to send out a clear signal and then also receive clear signals along the way. So if you want to actually experience how to embody your timelines and how to work with your visions, how to work with your seeds, get your intentions crystal clear and begin that process of materializing a meaningful vision in this lifetime, here and now, like you can be that now. You have everything you need inside of you right here and right now to make this vision come into fruition. Then I'm hosting a 2-day workshop. It's called Temple of Creatrix. And we're going to be diving into the mysteries and getting clear, and then setting our intentions together, because a collective energy of women who are all on the same vibe is so, so powerful. You have magic inside of you. Let me tell you that. You have magic. So let's awaken it together and let's get guided deep and see what it's like to actually embody your vision and see what it is that your vision needs from you and what you need from your vision in order to live your best life and celebrate the joy of creation together. So I will leave the link below. Please sign up. It's going to be I set the date for June 20th and 21st. So we already have a collective group of women that are going to be joining us, and I'm so excited for this. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you there.